on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great color coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Show don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Big numbers, 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the pig skin when he stretch your distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no quads and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause I like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers.
That's your guy. This was still, you know, he's like 1 hour behind you. Everybody like 1 hour behind you.
Yeah.
He's going to Philly, bro.
One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, hard, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. Magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage.
Coach, the baseball regular season is wrapping up across the parking lot, but football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now Mahomes. Open man is Samuel, complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Kansas City Chiefs, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. It's a party now.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got room. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Yellow.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This is a 26-yard attempt. And the kick by Butker is good. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It got his man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. 6-3 is our score after one. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league,
he's got a man complete. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Mahomes now to throw. Completes it to Benjamin. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man is Switzer, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Under 10, 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Check. Motion to 30.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now here's Mahomes. Touchdown, Chiefs!
But this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points, straight line.
Point after, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
48 to Mike. 15. You got your left, 'cause I'm about to take you to school. Check 48 to Mike. Check 48 to Mike. Hey, defense.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 2nd down, Benjamin looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Mahomes to throw. Benjamin's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. On 1st down, Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Samuel. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. The throw over the middle taken in. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 11. Now Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we're going to mark the 48 right now. Let's go. Yellow. Getting some penetration. 49. Check 49.
Mahomes again here on second and 10. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Play. Check 48's the mark.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing.
Come on, DJ, get that. That's pick. That's a pick.
A big 32-yard play on third.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into third and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. Mahomes firing complete, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. They'll set up to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's first and 10. And an alley to run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. On second down now, Benjamin, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on second and 5.
It's just me and you.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This is caught, and he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point safely through. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We're back now in KC. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Now Jackson will get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
He missed him. He missed him. He had
incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimeous St. Brown, and it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Mahomes now on 1st down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. turning it over. Now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
You got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth quarter lead. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Three down. Mike, 4.
Jackson now. And this is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Jackson now throwing on 4th down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try the left side. Benjamin. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
To throw again on second down, Jackson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He'll let this go deep for Sutton, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. On 4th down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Come off the ball, come on. Hey, check, Mike.
Mahomes going to throw. He's got Smith here. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Strip that ball. Strip that ball. 47 Mike. 47 Mike.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And this score will stay right where it is. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within one score.
Yeah, that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the fourth quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
Now Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either.
You ain't got nothing. I 7. Let's go. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, 15. You don't
They'll run on first down. Benjamin. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's second and
up,
one.
Bro. I can't hear you, man. Shit, you like mumbling underneath the mic, bro. Shit.
They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Speak up, man.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Cosby, thank you. Thank you. I want that. Shit, man. Shit, you mumbling into the mic like, damn, bro.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
Say it with your
7
chest,
yards on the pickup there, and it'll
say
leave
it
with
with
a
your
second and
chest.
3.
Say it with your chest.
And here come the whistles and a timeout
Say
with
it
7
with
seconds left.
Speak up. Say it with your chest.
Check, 47. Check. Right hand.
And they take a knee. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
And I see you in another 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
I congratulate you.
So for the Chiefs, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Denver, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
Hey, I'm proud. I'm proud of my son.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Posse, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot. You'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head.
Finally got me.
In a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred. Meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady.
Look at that.
Turn it up. We giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind?
I don't know, so finally got one. I had dripping over it.